As cities throughout the world start easing restrictions with the coronavirus, people are still practicing social distancing, wearing masks and staying 6 feet and more apart from each other. TMAU type 2 sufferers are mostly still at home, and they're starting to think on how people will give them reactions. A lot of TMAU type 2 sufferers have dropped the ball on their nutritional intake and spiked their choline as they haven't had to see any people for a long period of time. Depression is spiking, and they're starting to wonder what type of reactions they're going to get when they get back to work. You've got to stay away from the things that are killing you from within, and you've got to keep moving forward trying to improve your microbiome. Stay away from poisons like smoking. Smoking only damages your lungs, which also process FMO3. Smoking also carries smoke throughout your blood, and your red blood cells carry it to all your vital organs, only killing you from within. Smoking is only smoking you. Stay away from things like excessive alcohol, which also damage your liver, which processes FMO3. Stay away from artificial sweeteners, chemicals inside of foods. See, these corporations are trying to make a buck in exchange of your microbiome. They're destroying you from within. What used to be a prolific jungle filled with animals was paved over and converted into a smoggy city inside of you. This isn't natural and isn't the way you're supposed to be living. It's turned into a landfill. Your gut is now a landfill filled with pathogens, with holes inside of it, and all the cleaning bacteria like Lactobacillus, Bifidobacterium, Thermophilus, and many other probiotics are now missing, as there's nothing there to clean you from within. This world is filled with distractions and artificial bullshit that you need to stay focused and attack. And you do need to attack by eating fermented foods like kefir, kombucha, sauerkraut, kimchi, and many other types of fermented foods, because there is a war against your gut, and it is killing you from within. You're getting depressed because your microbiome is diminishing. You're getting disorders and conditions because your microbiome is diminishing. So you can make fermented foods at home. You can make kombucha at home. You can make sauerkraut at home. You can make kefir at home. And it's important that you keep sending and deploying troops into your microbiome so you can establish order one step at a time, heal your leaky gut, and heal and kill the pathogens that are inside of there. Now, those probiotics you're sending into war need to establish fortresses inside of it. And you do that by feeding them a wide variety of nutritious fiber, which is equally as important as eating fermented foods, because all of them eat different things. Some of them may only eat pineapple. Some of them may only eat spinach. Some of them may only eat blueberries. They all eat different things, and this is why it's critical to feed them a wide variety to heighten your probability of survival and establishing a fortress. Because your gut is a fortress, and that fortress may be crumbled, and you need to rebuild those walls and rebuild those soldiers that protect it. Because when all those soldiers die, pathogens take over, and then they protect it from the good guys. It's also important that you exercise frequently, because this heightens your immune system and strengthens your microbiome. It's important that you implement intermittent fasting to your diet, because this also supercharges your good gut bacteria and it starves off the pathogens that are living in there. It's also important to sleep on a regular schedule, because just like the moon rises and the sun sets at the end of the day, your body is in what's called the circadian rhythm. There are probiotics that are nocturnal and memorize whenever you're asleep, they awake. So it's important to respect that. And it's also important to stay the fuck away from poisons like cigarettes and alcohol abuse, because that decimates your microbiome. Your microbiome can take time to heal, and that's because it's been under attack for a very long time, decimating all the numbers and trees inside of it. So I invite the idea of eating a wide variety of nutritious fiber. I invite the idea of implementing fermented foods and staying the fuck away from poisons that decimate these numbers, causing you to get conditions. And once you start healing your microbiome, you're going to feel satisfaction. Your mind will become unclouded, and you're going to start getting happier, because this is the way you're supposed to be living, staying away from poisons, feeding all of those good animals. But at the end of the day, all of this is just advice. But this is what I highly recommend you do so you can take a step forward towards winning the gut war.
I came here to kick some ass just like Roddy Piper. These motherfuckers that walk among us, they got me hyper. But don't be chewing that bubble gum, it's got aspartame. It's a chemical directly targeted at your brain, just like the fluoride that they put in the water supply, and all the geoengineering we got in the sky. I'm trying to tell you, and I hope that you're hearing me clearly, this ain't no bullshit speculation conspiracy theory. They live and they're controlling every move you make, from the apartment that you live in to the juice you drink. They give you television to help you ignore this prison, while feeding you genetically modified organisms. They want us like the Walking Dead, just obey and consume. Don't worry about anything, keep awaiting your doom. To all my warriors out there, this is indeed my call. It's time to put a fucking end to this elite cabal. They live, we sleep, the alarm's going off, beep, beep. Time to wake up to the deceit. Our whole reality's made up by the elites.